Hello guys, welcome to a brand new video. Today we're looking at Ethrimik, Imagined Fiend. I'm not too keen on alchemy cards because I just like a concise game. I want the game to be all unified and together. So having cards that are digital only is just a bit sad, especially when you can get some really cool designs. This artwork is actually quite terrifying and I weirdly like it. I like the way that it's implied. It's like an implied figure. It's quite weird, mysterious, but it's abstract and kind of cool. But yeah, let's see what Ethrimik does. Whenever it enters, if you control no other creatures, manifest dread. That's a very weird stipulation because it also gives other creatures +1/+1. So it rewards you for not having creatures, and then it rewards you for having creatures, and then as long as you control another creature, it can't attack or block. It's like it just can't make its mind up. But I think the flavor's good because imagined friends, imagined fiends, they never seem to appear when someone else is there, do they? When you watch horror movies, a kid tells his mother, "Mummy, I can see Timmy on the bed, on the ceiling." And Mummy's like, "I don't see anyone there. What are you on about, you little shit?" And then the camera pans up to the ceiling and nobody's there, nothing's there. So I guess the flavour's on point. But for Mythic, it's just a bit weird. And it makes me wonder how it actually works with Panamonican. So it comes in, and then 2 triggers will go in the stack. If you control no other creatures, manifest dread, but you manifest dread the first time, does that mean that the ability still triggers? I'm not 100% sure. Magic's a complicated game. The shell of the deck is essentially tokens matter, so it's very similar to the recent Wandering Rescuer build I've done. So go and watch that if you haven't seen that. But yeah, it's just stuff like Doormaker's Shop makes tokens. This is kind of cool as well because it makes all your creatures as big as the amount of creatures you have. So it's kind of epic. Overlord of Mistmores creates 2 flying insects on enter or attack, and it's got impending as well. All sorts of things. Ugin makes 2/2s, although that's not a token, although it's just extra value. Mondrak doubles the amount of tokens you can get. Baser is weirdly similar to Ethrimik, in that it comes in and it gets something on a conditional basis, which is kind of interesting. Smothering Tithe cares about making tokens as well, and Order Procession. So you get the idea. Everything wants to kind of like make lots of stuff, but then does it? Or I don't know. We'll have to find out and see how this tech works. It's very peculiar design. It's like a yes, no design, and it's interesting at least. And I suppose it's not broken, which is good to see. It's just a shame that Rusko already did that. Feels like years back now, but it's so powerful that nothing has really beaten Rusko's power level since. And this is Alchemy we're talking about here. You know, Rusko was released in Alchemy, so I'm not saying I want something to be stronger than Rusko. I'm just saying that was such a mistake of a card that no one's been able to make such a balls up as an equivalent to that yet, which is just crazy. That's like the equivalent of like someone blowing up a science lab by accidentally putting 2 chemicals together, and it just blew up the entire campus. But now it's like the smallest explosions you get are like, oh, a little puff of air coming out of a vial. And everyone around you's like, yeah, I remember the days when the campus completely exploded. Yeah, I'm glad there's no more Ruskos. Let's not make any more Ruskos. A note about the name. The name is really weirdly similar to the word arithmetic. I don't know if that's... Maybe it's alluding to the fact it's maths related, binary coming in, yes, no, 0, 1s. I don't know, but yeah, cool artwork, weird ability. Let's see how it goes. Don't forget to support the channel because a lot of you don't, and liking is free, subscribing is also free. But if you want to go the extra mile and help me out, because it's tough out there, guys, views aren't always stable, so you can become a channel patron. Get a custom video, any video of your choice I can make for you with the command of your choice, and then that goes onto the internet for you to see, and all your friends, and you can go, look, mummy, look what I have on the internet. And then your mummy will look at the screen and there'll be nothing there because you've just imagined it all, and I'm just in your head and I'm not real, and neither are you. Cool. We go first against Mr. Froggy, or should I say Mrs. Froggy. Path to Exile. This might not be a good idea to use. I don't know. I'm always debating this card in 1v1. It's probably not that good, especially not early game. Just giving someone a land is monumental. It kind of says give your opponent an extra turn. It's just one of those weird things. Swords is just so much stronger. It's nice to have the tool though, when they eventually add multiplayer, or if they ever do. But yeah, I'll have to wait for that, I guess. We shall have to wait. Siege veteran. Boom, boom, pow. Let's go. So with our current board state and Ethrimik, if it comes in, we get nothing, but our creatures get pumped. So, yeah, it's an interesting one. Maybe we just let them have the Helga for now. And then we go for the impending here. Yeah, so it's like our entire deck kind of counteracts Ethrimik, interestingly enough. That's crazy, actually. This card's actually crazy. All of these overlords are just wacky. Oh, look at the irony of that. I honestly think, you know, that it's just far too obvious how the algorithm calculates putting matchups together. Because we were literally just talking about this card, and then our opponent uses it, and I rarely see people use that. So, yeah. Oh, God. Bonnie Powell. Well, that's annoying. Wrath of God, I think we're just going to do that. Yeah, that's definitely the best thing, isn't it? We'll swing, they'll kill two things. And Overlord of the Mistmores in impending mode is kind of cool when you have wipes to follow up. Pretty satisfied about that. It sets them back quite a lot. And yeah, this impending guard, the inevitability of these is quite terrifying, I think. Helga comes down. And I think this is a fine turn for Path, because they gave us a Path, so it's kind of equalised, right? They'll probably get an island, because they only have one blue source currently. And actually, since our stuff is all blown up, this is a good time for Ethrimik to come out. Can't really complain about that. Ooh. That's cool. So this attacks, we can turn it face up for 5. Ooh, what a sneaky little creature that is. And it really makes people think like, ooh, should I go for this? Should I go for this? It can't. As long as you control another creature, it can't attack or block. Interesting. Aww. That actually sucks. Oh. I guess they did it back to us, didn't they? Well, we're going to make them need to have another board wipe, I guess. Right. I guess there's no benefit in keeping that as a creature, was there? Fateful Absence and land is... There's no way of us getting spells back anyway, so... Manifest Dread in white is interesting. Oh, crap. Oh, no. Scoot Swarm, so we could just probably lose the game here. Depending on what happens. Chimil. Can't be counted. Offer them the trade. Do they want to trade a Scoot Swarm and the Caryatid? No. Sanctify. No targets. Oh, man. In hand. That's a shame. Oh, if we would have had the Elspeth, that would have been awesome. Helga comes down, so it's pretty tame. Although the Scoot Swarms are going to be very, very problematic here. And yes, we're going to once again need a board wipe. Monastery Mentor. I think we attack first, and then Sun Titan can bring something back. We'll see what they do. They might do like a Helga block with something else. Kill the Sentinel, then we get the Sun Titan back. Yeah, thought that was going to be the case. Oh, wow. They're really going for it. Okay, well, we get to kill a Scoot Swarm. Well, unless they do something here. Dawn's Truce. Wow, they're going to give their permanent. Hexproof. Oh, mate. Day of Judgment. Is that indestructible as well? It is, so we'll have to do that next turn. Go for Virtue. Okay. So we don't really want to get a creature ideally, but if we do, we do. Okay, so in hand. So we want to put a stop on their upkeep, I think. Did we not put a stop there? So they're adding blue now. Interesting. Why are they putting a pause there? Oh my goodness. We put a pause in their upkeep, but for some reason it's just skip that. Oh well. That sucks. Up the beanstalk. We want to sanctify that 100%. Foods. Goodness me. And to block one. Okay. I think what we do is we test the waters first. We'll see if they have a counter spell for the Sanctify. Okay. Day of Judgment. Please just be holding priority for the food. Oh, thank goodness. Oh, they always just seem to have the same cards. I can totally see people's frustration with this format. I try so hard to put like different cards and stuff in sometimes, but it's really difficult. If everyone's just going to cram Scoot Swarm in, it's like, what's the point? You know what I mean? I don't know why people are dropping off and the views are dipping. And it's a shame. I put a lot of effort into this channel, but I feel like Wizards of the Coast is slowly killing the game in many ways. Interesting. Esper Sentinel. Oh, let's just kill the Helga response, because the Helga draws more by default. Beautiful. Lovely. Ooh, Panamonican. 5. Monastery Mentor. Oh, the sequencing here is interesting. I think we go Monastery Mentor. And things are going to get really out of hand now. Especially if a creature comes in. We might as well cast Ephemerate because it triggers our guys. And he comes back in, which triggers Cathar's Crusade. This is kind of crazy, especially with Panamonican. So whenever a creature comes in, it's going to get double counters. That is ridiculous. We have we have been pretty lucky because we've obviously survived a couple of farewells. Let's go to combat first because I've got 2 suspicious things in their hand. I'm not sure what they are. Cyclonic Rift would be kind of irritating. Maybe I should have done this before combat. Because then I would have got more counters. Okay. End the turn here. Monastery Mentor here proven to be just a 1-man. If they've got Sphinx's Revelation, Cyclonic Rift. My god, that sucks. That sucks. Okay. We'll just go for Panamonican, because the next turn we can try and set up a couple of double revives. We can get the Plains and the Esper Sentinel back. That's it, they had Rift, man. So they've used Farewell, Cyclonic Rift, Scoot Swarm, Up the Beanstalk. Yeah, basically all the usual stuff. Railway Brawler. Tireless Provisioner. Okay, goodness me. We're going to die to these things now, aren't we? Oh dear, okay. Let's go Sun Titan. Man, they got... That Railway Brawler is going to be a pretty painful thing to deal with, to be honest. No, I'm not sure what to do. Let's go for Monastery Mentor. Pass to them. I have a bad feeling about this, guys. Oof, okay, land. That might have been what we needed, but they've been so lucky so far with surviving all this. Let me just tank the Tireless Provisioner. Not coming in. Goodness, okay. Well, we definitely want to go for Cathar's Crusade. And then probably Chimil, to be honest. Awesome. And I'm happy to swing in with these, actually. Because they all untap... Oh, no, I'm thinking of Virtual Lottie. No, it's fine. Well, they have to block. Okay. So we lose the... We lose a couple of things, but... We have Sun Titan to get stuff back. And we get a cast trigger again with a Chimil. That's crazy. But because it's end step, we don't get to use it, sadly. Damn, I think we got him. Oh, that was a very close game. Helga, sadly, without anything to cast, is pretty underwhelming, but that's the way it be. Alright, let's keep this pretty mid-hand, to be honest. Going against Mono Green Lumra. Rampy ramp into big stuff. I mean, what more can be said? It ramps into big, scary things. Probably things we don't want to see. Upper Grazer. More ramp. What does our deck do? I don't really know. I don't actually know. It kind of gets... It gets Ethrimik out, but then I feel like... To what end? You just want to... You don't want him to exist, because then he can't... He can't attack anyway, so it's like... It feels a bit weird, you know? Invasion of Zendikar. My god. They have ramped hard. Okay, well, I guess we'll just pray that the Sylex does some work here. So if they do manage to ramp, then the Sylex can potentially take them down to 6. So they are going to go for it. Oof. That's a lot of lands. But as I said, the Sylex will just completely eradicate them all. So it feels like if that was their best play, we're fine. Really? Like, this is actually the best outcome for us, because now they don't have enough mana to cast Lumber anymore. So it puts us in a really good position, because 8 mana. But again, if they have another way to bring lands back, then Could be tricky, like Splendid Reclamation or something. They chose to play the Disciple of Freylis, even though it's a really tremendous card. I want to ramp a little bit here because we're just so behind. And I'm kind of happy to just blow... Lurmur's going to get all those lands back again, aren't they? I guess, yeah. Mill 4, they return all lands. Yeah, I think we're in a lot of trouble. 5, 6, 7. What if we did that? Kill the food, slow them down? I don't know. That's probably a terrible idea. Just any way of slowing them down. Because that means that they need land drop here, otherwise they can't actually go for the Lumra. And do they have it? No, they did not. So that was cool. Interesting. What if we slow them down again? So again, we're just preying on the fact that we hope they don't get that top deck. Because once they get all those lands, now we're getting into scary Unamog territory. So, do they get the land?
I will guard your advance.
5, 6, 7. Oh, gross. Well, all those lands come back that we stopped. And a Timeless Witness is in the graveyard. Which, oh no, and there's an Ulamog. Well, this is just the worst case scenario, isn't it? They milled a Timeless Witness and an Ulamog. I don't know what we can do now. Really? Does it kill it again and they can play it again, but... Yeah, I think that's it. If they get the Ulamog out, we are done for. Because we just won't have any more oomph remaining. Just gonna block. Yeah, well, I suppose we slowed them down for as long as possible. 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. So that's gonna be 7. I guess they can't do it immediately, right? Can they? I don't know. I'm just gonna go for Lumra again. What are they looking for? They're looking for something better than the Primeval Titan. You'd think at this point they had enough lands, right? Like what exactly? What's left for them to cast? They're just getting greedy now. But I will admit, the word "all" is tremendously powerful. You know, normal cards just say 1, 2, 3, but oh my god. Kill it in response. They were trying to one-shot me, the cheeky buggers. Cheeky buggers. But I am desperate now, so I think I will be using Loran to make us each draw. Surge of Salvation. Hexproof. Oh, that's annoying because I should have done that during combat, shouldn't I? Yeah, that was foolish of me.
I will guard
well,
your advance.
Yeah, that was silly of me because if I'd waited for combat when it attacked Basri Ket, then it wouldn't have been able to attack with this. But oh well, I always get paranoid because it's protection from black and red, isn't it? Not everything. Ah, it's a fun game, I suppose. It's seen some cool things. Spelunking. I wish I could just do something with Ethrimik. It feels kind of like a dud. It's just such a bizarre card. I did toy with the idea of making a vehicle deck, but vehicles just suck. Like, nobody uses vehicles. When's the last time you saw someone use a vehicle? So, here we go. 24 flying damage. Although it's going to be 20... Oh, it's even more now. Yeah, I always forget that. That goes up, doesn't it? Okay, we're going to get hit by a giant bear. You know what? At least it was something different, I suppose. It wasn't just Crater Hoof. Here we go. They're just going to slam a Crater Hoof down. Oh! I immediately regret saying that because they used something that we've all seen before. Path to Exile. So if we exile that... Please don't have hexproof. That's kind of a cool little way around it. So by exiling this, it means that they won't be drawing loads of cards. I believe. Huh, that's interesting. So they only just draw 2 now. Equals the greatest toughness. That's quite funny. They would have drawn 27 and put all those into play. Then put any other creatures. So that is still scary. They can still put... They can still put a crit open. Oh my god. I guess we'll go for Surge. Yeah, we had some cool gotcha moments in this game. But alas, they had some even cooler flying green guys. It's kind of weird because we don't normally see a Chroma's Memorial, which is saying a lot. I see it a lot in Paper Commander, but seeing it in this 1v1 format, flying green stuff, is very unique. Just attack me, bro. Uh, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. I guess it wasn't lethal, so I'll let them off. Down to 9. So if we get a farewell... but then the Tusky. Yeah, I want a portal to Phyrexia. So, yeah, I guess for every positive I'm saying, I'm seeing a negative. Seeing some interesting things, but only because the not interesting things are not actually out yet. And they're actually in the deck waiting to be drawn and then played, and then we go, oh crap. It's just all the same decks. I feel like the arena meta is like probably a dozen decks that are all the same. To be honest. All the same cards. It is astonishing to think there's a pretty big player base in arena. But people just don't like experimenting and exploring. People like winning, even though it's casual format. You hear the arguments for and against this format, but they always contradict each other, which is weird. People say, oh, just do what you want, it's a casual format, nobody cares. But then at the same time, everyone seems to care and only want to win. So which is it, you know? Now they're just doing all this, I'm going to quit. There's nothing we can do. They're just taking a piss now. They're just going, like, I don't know. But yeah, the point is, you know, maybe there aren't any original decks anymore. I do wonder. I do wonder. Every deck's the same. Coming across Philia is deceptive. You just come across one of the Queen's Corgis and you're like, bro, that's a cute little dog. And then suddenly he's whipping out Uzis and like doing drive-bys and you're wondering like what the hell's going on. Cool artwork. Beautiful artwork. But this guy, do not trust him. He's a little devil in disguise. He is a devil in disguise. Look at the blue eyes and his blue pendant. You know what? There's got to be some lore behind that dog. This dog probably has more lore than Judge Dredd. Now, that was a double entendre. So, you know, we've got the Mana Tithe. So see you later, doggo. But don't worry, guys, because all dogs go to heaven. Apparently. According to my physics calculations. I've done the calculations. I've done the math. Oh, I said the thing. I said math. I want to say maths, but then most people say math. And then it came out as math. Like, I was not committed to the bit. Oof. 5 damage to target tapped creature. Ooh, boy. Okay. Don't really care too much about that. Let's go for the Urza Sylex. Threaten him with a big old dish. The scariest dish in the multiverse. And it's got holes in it. So you can't even use it for, like, salads. You certainly can't use it for water. It's just not going to work. You can use it, however, to destroy entire continents, according to Urza. Opponent looking at the dish with great remorse. Because. Do we just want to blow up everything now? Before we start committing more things? I don't know. I think so. Let's do it. That's a 3-for-1. I cannot complain. We have more removal coming up for this Doge. Doge! The Doge Dojo. Right. Do they have counter spells? We leave one mana up for Mana Tithe because I've been tithed so many tithes before. If they flash the Philia in here, then it's just, you know, the typical thing where people go, oh, I want to cast stuff before you. I wonder if they did have the tithe. And maybe they're like, arr. They're raising their fist up. Arr. If it wasn't for you, I would have countered you. Yeah. Face my Ethrimik. Containment Priest. So that's going to stop my Manifest Dread. Kind of annoying, I think. Yup. As if they had that. That's such a weird silver bullet to mainboard. Oh, I know why they have that. Because it synergizes with Philia. I get you. 5, 6. Let's try and use this to exile the Containment Priest. So the damn they do, damn they don't. If they go for this first, and then try and flicker something, then Skyclave Apparition will see it. And if they don't, we just get rid of this, because this is actually a... they're going to reprieve that. Wow, let's go for that again. Yep, sorry dude, you're not going to get this completely bullshit combo. Probably should have attacked first, shouldn't we? That was foolish. Also now, if they flicker this, we get to kill their thing. So this is actually such a great countermeasure for their stuff. And Philia is, I know it's mono white, but it's a really annoyingly toxic deck because it kind of feels like blue. Sell the wreckage! You are joking. Okay. Well, let's go for some protection here. So they can't cast up on our turn. So they don't deal with this here. They can't play their deck, which is beautiful. Or they spend their turn dealing with this and then their mana's open. Our mana is then free to go Ugin in our own turn. Face down card. Face card down. Blackhawk down. Down face. Exile another creature. That's pretty gross. Wandering thing. Let's destroy this. Actually, I don't really care about that. I'm just going to make more things. And on top of all that, we can also convoke the Wandering Rescuer to protect our team. I mean, it's kind of cool that we're having a mono-white battle. That is for sure. And actually, Ethrimik is good for Convoke decks. So if you want to put this into Convoke decks, it's great because it doesn't seem to be wanting to do anything. If you turn face up, how are they going to turn his face down? Is there a way? Fiend Hunter. That is absolutely gross. But hopefully, we can give all of our things hexproof here. So they're going to target our things. Beautiful. Screw you. Yes, my friend. That feels pretty juicy. That was pretty perfect. Ooh, and a kill spell. Let's kill the Fiend Hunter here. I don't want them to have any form of synergy. Put the face down card. And let's destroy Delny.
Your past is unwritten.
And I think we're going to swing in here. Swing in with the powerful creature, because if they have a kill spell, they're going to try and kill this, right? So yeah, we want to get in with this, because it's probably going to feel bad for them to like kill these just to kill the Ugin, but we'll see. Hopefully this isn't something too scary. Ossification. Oh, nuts. Oh, I went for that anyway. So now they can't kill the Ugin. I bet they're gutted about that one, aren't they? If they'd gone for either of these... Yeah, they could have legit just gone for our Ugin. But now I'm going to leave him... I'm going to leave our guys up to block. Damn, they've had so much removal and perfect stuff. We've just been really lucky that we've been able to stop it, but I don't know how much longer we can do this for. To be honest, and it would be nice if you can exile some useful card underneath these creatures rather than just lands, because we're not going to be able to use those to kill our opponent very easily. And they are going to get to Fit for Failure, which suggests that there's nothing in the hand worthwhile. And they might choose to attack with 2 creatures to draw a card with this. But if that is the case, then we get to get a block in at least. Maybe a couple blocks, because Feeler can exile our creatures. They go away, we get the land. But yeah, it is annoying. As I said, it's a very annoying deck. It feels very blue in nature. Wow, and we just took them out. That is... I'm glad, because that was going to be a very annoying game, I think. Did you know that you can help my channel by watching another one of my videos? Go ahead, you know you want to.